guys, what's up? It's Hex here. It is episode 29 of the World of Hex. Last time what we did is we took a look at some of these different things around our base. We improved our base. We did the floor in here. We added this potion brewing system. We added the elevator. We decorated some things. We changed a couple of floors around up there. We did a whole bunch of stuff. In this episode, I'll talk about the plants. In this episode, what we're going to be doing is continuing that and trying to decorate our base a little bit. So I might be putting in some lights on the ceiling. So we're going to basically be decorating the ceiling, the walls a little bit, maybe putting in, I was thinking about maybe doing a fountain in here or something. It might be fun. But just kind of going around our base and doing some decorating and kind of finishing some things off to make it look like a finished kind of base sort of thing. So the first thing that I wanted to do was to kind of put some plants around like this. And so I started to put these plants just to kind of see if I like the look of this, and I think I really do. Of course, what I'm going to put underneath here is a little bit of some kind of a soil. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with like a dirt and then put some pots, like make it be like a pot. So like kind of what I'm thinking is this right here. Like a bit of dirt like that, and then some trapdoors around this thing like this to kind of, just to kind of create the classic Minecraft pot. Do I like that? Or do I want it to go all the way to the floor? I kind of like that, but my problem is I really want this right here to be podzol instead. So what we need to do is we need to go get some podzol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and try to find a taiga biome, or a mega taiga biome rather, and get us some podzol. Alright guys, I came back with some podzol, so check it out. Here's what we got. I just realized I forgot one of these trapdoors right here. So check it out. Here's what we got. Alright, so I decided to go up one more block with these leaf blocks, and then we've got some pots right here with the podzol in there. I think the podzol, the darkness of it makes it look better. Yeah, so when 1.13 comes out, I'll probably change these oak trapdoors out for a different color, like maybe the dark oak or something like that. But for now, I think they look really good. The whole point of these things is just to kind of break up this big white wall, and I think it achieves that. The only thing I don't really like right here is this one here. We had to kind of, move them about a little bit to make room for the stairs, but I think that overall it looks really good. I also put some over here on sort of my main entrance area. And this one here is behind a torch, so it's possible that those are just going to flip up every now and then, but we'll kind of see. Yeah, so this looks pretty good, I think. Liking that quite a bit. And then in here, you probably noticed this right here. I put some bookshelves with some chairs right here. I was kind of thinking of just some little seating areas kind of in this kind of like a lobby area, I guess you could say. Yeah, I don't want to put a whole bunch of stuff in the middle because I really like the openness. I like how I can fly through, or run through, really fast. That's what I mean by fly through. I suppose I could also fly if I wanted to, but I really like the openness of it. I like that you can see out, and that's kind of like the main feature. So I don't want to put a bunch of stuff in here that's going to detract from that. I'm going to get rid of that little item frame right there. In here, I decided to try out the fountain thing. Not loving it, but I don't hate it either. So, yeah, I was kind of thinking of one central fountain in here, but that was kind of like in the way, again, of the flow through this area. So I decided to go with two little ones, and they're okay. There's just something weird about them. I don't know what it is, but I'll figure it out eventually. But just something just a little bit weird about them. Maybe I'm just not used to them. I don't know. Back here, I put another pot right here with some birch leaves in that. Right here, I didn't want to put, I kind of wanted to put up some same thing right here, maybe one over here and one over here on this side of the switch. But honestly, like, I need to have free access to this switch so I can call the elevator, and then also being able to get out this door and in and out this door quickly is kind of important to me as well. So maybe I'll put like a map on here, or I'm not sure what's going to go on there. I really don't know. So I kind of need to think about this, but what I didn't want is like an obtrusive like thing. They had to like run around, hit the switch, run back around it. That's going to get annoying. So we'll see what we do in there. That's pretty much all I've done. My next thing that I'd like to do is I'd like to put some of those tall flowers in, like the sunflowers and especially the lilacs and the peonies, I think it's called, and then the rose bushes. But the problem is I've only got one sunflower, so I need to go on a hunt for some peonies and some lilacs and stuff. And I don't even know where to go to find those. Usually I just kind of find one and yeah, so I'm kind of thinking that the lilacs and stuff are like in a taiga biome. Not mega taiga, just regular taiga. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to go on a little bit of an exploration to find some of those. Because what I'd like to do is put a few more little flowers here and there, but I don't want like big pots. But I don't know. I just like to have access to those. And then also I was thinking about putting some of those on the outside in some podzol. I think you can put them in podzol if I remember correctly. So that way it kind of like, you know, you have some flowers on the outside here. In between the episodes, or at some point, I can't remember when, I did put a few more leaf blocks out here. So the birchwood leaves, just to kind of make it kind of more gardeny. I think that with sort of using concrete and the wool and the concrete powder out here for my grass, it kind of makes it hard so that I can't like, you know, bone meal it and grow actual grass. So I've got to break up the ground somehow, and I think the best way to do it is with these leaf blocks, just kind of like maybe some little bushes here and there. And then I was also thinking of using the podzol to plant flowers in. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. But my main focus is decorating on the inside, but I'd still like to put some of those flowers on the inside. I've done absolutely nothing with the second layer, so I'll show you up here. The map room, I'm going to call it. So the map room has nothing. Haven't done a thing to it. So the map is going to be the main decoration. I don't know if I want a lot more than that. I might put a couple like chairs, like maybe in the corners, but I don't want it like in front of the doors, of course. Or maybe there'd be like kind of like a viewing area, like you could have maybe a chair or two like right here, kind of looking at the map. We'll see what I do in here. I'm kind of putting it off till the 1.13 comes out and I can actually put the map on here. So that's kind of what I'm doing with that. And then I've done nothing to the bedroom area upstairs. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to go see if I can find some of these plants and harvest them. Well, that definitely didn't take very long. Grab some of these. Well, here's some flowers that I like. I like these ones, right? So we're going to grab some of these. These dandelions. Ooh, and I really like these guys. We're going to grab some of these. Yeah. What are these guys called? The daisies, right? There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Haha. Got one. All right. So next we just need the lilac. Ooh, I love these things. The azure bluette. My favorite. I really like these flowers right here. They're so cool. Just harvest them all. Here we go. Hey, another village. Look at that. The blue orchid. Here they are. Like maybe I should build a flower farm over here, you know? Ooh, we could have the flower farmers of the swamp. That sounds like a good idea. There they are. Lilacs. I knew they existed. I was wondering if they were even in the game there for a little while. Starting to second guess my sanity. Okay, there we go. All right, we got the lilac, we got the rose bush, and we got the peony. We also got some blue orchids, a bunch of those. All right, we're gonna head back to base, Joe. Okay, guys. Well, we're back at our base now, and check it out. We're gonna go ahead and make some of these. Let's just use some podzol. So we're gonna go ahead and make some of more of these different flowers, right? So we got that. We got the lilac, and this one here. So. And no, those are just the oxide daisies. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so let's see. The way this works is you got to grab some bone meal. Bone meal. I think that's in here. No, it's in my dye thing. That's right. It's in here. All right, that should be enough. Right? Maybe. I don't know. It's like one flower per bone meal if you didn't know about this little thing. But basically, you just plant the flower and then you bone meal it, and then it gives you. Actually, it drops itself, so pretty cool. And then you can just sit here and bone meal away until you get a bunch of lilacs. There we go, 31. We need more lilacs than that. And the cool thing is then you can get dyes out of these, right? So if I put this in my crafting deal, I can get the magenta dye, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's do some rosebush. Go. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more bone meal, I think. I got some bones in here. Go ahead and take those out and convert them. Bam, bone meal. All right. Let's see, 21. We could do better than that. There we go. There's a bunch of rose bushes. It's nice. We'll break that one, and then we need to do our peonies. There we are. And then there are the sunflowers too. I actually have a sunflower, so we'll do a few of those. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put these. So, my initial thought was to put them kind of outside, so I don't know if I'm going to put any on the inside of my base here. I'm kind of liking it the way that it is. These fountains are growing on me. I'm not thinking they look weird anymore, so that's good. Huh. Do I want to put these anywhere? I think one might go here. That would be a good spot. What should we put? A lilac? I'm really partial to the lilac, I gotta tell you. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because it has like this nice distribution of color. I guess the peony has that too. Not really sure why I like the lilac. All right, we've got one. We've planted one lilac. Oh, you guys, I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. I really don't know what I'm doing. Really tired. All right, tell you what. I am going to do some decorating and check back with you in a little bit. All right, guys, so I did some work on the bedroom. Got a little bit of stuff done here. So what I've got is I've got a bed. And you might not like this design, but I actually really like it. I think it fits really well with the base, and here's why. Because it's gray, and it's picking up some of the gray from these blocks here, the light gray stained, whatever that is. And then it has a really nice flow with these orange beds. And then I just really like it. I think that it has a nice headboard. My thought was maybe I could replace the pillars with like cobblestone wall, but the problem is that if I put the cobblestone wall, I can't put it on top of like a half slab, so it's going to look funky. It's going to have like one cobblestone wall right there. Maybe that wouldn't look too bad. I guess I could try it, but I really like kind of how the blockiness of this thing is. And then also my name is Hex Regulus, and the reason it is Hex Regulus is because I like cubes. Because hex is like a hexahedron, right? So this kind of looks cube-shaped. It's not perfectly a cube. It's actually one block short of a cube, but it is definitely cube-like. So then that makes sense that the guy whose name is Cube King can sleep in a bed that has kind of the shape of a cube. So that makes sense to me. Anyway, enough about that. So what I was thinking here is I've got some armor stands, and what I was thinking was I could decorate these with some armor, or more specifically put some armor on them that I could use as backup armor. So like if I was to spawn here from dying somewhere out there in the great beyond, and I died, then I would wake up here, grab my spare armor, open the chest, get maybe some food and some, you know, like maybe a potion or two, maybe some backup elytra, and take off and go reclaim my stuff or go fight whatever baddie killed me. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I also like the idea of having parrots on top of these. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I've got a couple of armor stands here. I don't really like their location. And what I was going to try to do was to put a parrot on these armor stands. Now I've done a little bit of research, and I want to thank XB Crafted for his video that I just watched, where he does this in his survival world, and he kind of gave me some ideas as far as how to get the parrots on the armor stand. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... that's not what I want to do. Oh, you're not supposed to go in there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Fred, did you not see what happened to Harriet? Did you not see Harriet flew in front of me while I was doing stuff? Okay. Yeah, we still need to find a place to put Harriet. Like, yeah, put Harriet's feather. Poor Harriet. Anyway, I'd like to have a few of these guys. It'd be nice to get maybe another... but maybe for now we just have 2 parrots and then 1 on each of these. That might be kind of cool, and put Fred on there. Also, this thing, let's talk about this thing real quick before we get into this armor stand business. This right here is a cat. It's supposed to be one of those cat tower thingies, and the idea of it is these cats are supposed to climb on top of that because there's chests on here. So they're supposed to climb on it, and then it's like, this is the scratchy post. And I just realized I missed a sign right here. I'm probably gonna replace like this fence block here for like a solid block, and probably that one there for maybe a solid block or another chest. We'll see, and then basically maybe put some different colored trapdoors around here once 1.13 launches. But for now, this is good, and I want Molly to stay there. Stay there, Molly. Don't follow me, Molly. And then I bred those 2 cats, and I came up with this one. And this little guy followed me all the way down. He wasn't supposed to. All the way down to my storage area. And I said, "You little stinker." And that's his name. So, you little stinker. He's the stinker. So, Stinker's going to get on here too, hopefully. Oh, I jumped, and now Barb and Fred are on the ground. Anyway, it's madness. Let's get on with the business of attempting to put these armor stands onto some iron bars here. So, what I think I got to do is go up like that. No. Wait. What? Yep. And then we'll shove it down from the top. I think this might work. Maybe we need to push the fence into the armor stand from the top. Now we're going to take this, put a sticky piston down, and hey presto, it works. So I need to go down one more level. So I got to break this and do that again, I think. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, sweet. I figured it out. So if you guys want to know how to do this, that is how, my friends. There we go. Okay, it's on. It is in. Very good. No. Sit. Okay. Have to do is jump over him. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then break this block. Break that block. We're going to push him slowly onto the stand. And that did not work at all. Oh, man. Okay, so this time I'm going to try putting the armor stand on a half slab, like that. Block. Shove it down. Break. Do again. Okay. Block. Shove it down. Break. Break. Okay. Well, that's something, isn't it? Yeah. Land on the wool. On the wool! Ah, on the wool you shall land. You shall land on the wool. Bad. Bad birdies. Come on. There you go. There you go. Get on the little perch. There you go. All right. All right, just a little further. And you're on. Okay, I'd like to nudge you just a tiny bit. Whew. Okay, and then just... Okay. Whew. Look at that. Thinking about putting them both on the same perch, but I think that I'm going to just have one on each perch. I think that's the way to go. The hex carefully breaks the blocks. The hex replaces the wool. The hex nudges the parrot. This is a delicate operation. Tap. Tap. Up. Tap. Alright, I think she's on this time. Yes, got her. Alright. Woo! Okay, guys, well, I was able to get Molly and Sneakers onto this thing, and you can kind of tell how because there's a hole in the ceiling. Basically, I got them to follow me up to the top level, and I dropped them through the ceiling onto their little platforms and made them sit down. So that's how they are. I really like kind of how this looks. I like my little birdies. And then I took down the other 2 armor stands and chests because, you know what, I don't really need 4 of them. 2 of them make sense, but 4 of them I don't really need. So then what I put in its place is a little place for Wharf and Morph. And then I've got their little doggy food and water right there. Maybe I'll put one on the other side. Nah. They got their little doggy food and water right here. So that's going to be their... Looks like they're both full of dog food, huh? That's kind of cool. Maybe when 1.13 comes out, I'll put some, what do you call those things? The item frames underneath them to kind of set them off or something. I think you can do that. I think you can place item frames underneath them in 1.13, but I'm not sure. Anyway, there's Wharf and Morph, and so now they have a little doggy bed to sleep on. I added an ender chest, and now I've got stuff. So, believe it or not, I'm kind of thinking that this room is pretty close to done. And the reason that it's going to be so minimal is just because it kind of goes with our base. Like, I just kind of got like this minimal thing going on. It's really not my normal style, but I'm kind of liking it, and I like how minimal everything is. So I like that we can see out. I like that everything is like really simple and done really nicely. So I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing I'm thinking is we need to do something with the ceiling as far as some lighting, maybe some hanging lights of some sort. I'm not sure, but we need to do that throughout the base anyway, so we got to figure that out. All right, so I have chosen a lighting design, and here it is. So you can see it's obviously very similar in design to the one that I had as my example, which was actually sitting like right here. And I really like it. I like the orange because it's picking up the orange from the floor. I feel like it kind of keeps things in perspective. And then I tried some cyan glass, but that didn't work because this is more of like a cyan color, and so are these lamps, kind of the greenish over here. But the cyan glass just looked weird. So this actually is picking up some of the colors from the glass over there, from our glass like wall or whatever you want to call it. And then the gray is being picked up from here. So I thought that it matched the floor really nicely. And then what I did is I just kind of basically put a bunch of these around everywhere, and I tried to make them in a circle and keep them too wide, but in some places I had to do some funny things. And you might just, if you were just looking at this by yourself, you're like, Hex, that's really weird. But when you kind of look at it in context with all the other ones, like, it totally fits, I think. So yeah, so then we have a few here that were just one wide like that, and then we've got one on the corner there. And then if you come over here, I did some up here. Actually, I did this all the way around. I also put in some plants. You can see I kind of switched it up. I did peonies and the lilacs. I think that kind of mixes things up. I added a little bit more of those, by the way. In here we have the lights. So you can kind of see that they kind of go around in a circle, and I was somewhat trying to stay with our path and the orange path, if you will, and somewhat trying to stay in the circle of our base. So it was kind of weird to try to justify the placement of these within the circle and the rectangle. So I think this looks pretty natural and pretty cool. So that the lights kind of guide you, the orange concrete on the ground kind of guides you, and it looks pretty good. So I'm really happy about this. I messed with our fountains a little bit. I made them one block taller, kind of by accident, actually. And then I also, instead of having a square kind of pool, I just had them go straight down into the ground. I really like them, but I think I finally figured out what's bothering me about them. They're too close to the orange here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them back by one block, and then I think that those will be cool then. But so I still have yet to do that, obviously. Let me show you the rest of these lights. I put some lights in here. I added some whatever these things are, leaves right there, and then the lights in here. I think they look pretty good. And then I did some up in the map room, not a lot because the map room's kind of strange, and I'll show you what I mean. So here's the map room, and in here I just did 2 there and 2 over there. And the reason I decided to do that was because I thought it looked nice and balanced. And then also this ceiling is really high, and so you almost don't even notice it. And also I didn't want to put like a bunch of these on the ceiling up here. I don't know, I just thought it would look strange, so I didn't do it. And maybe I'll do that later, but I kind of want to see what it looks like with the map in here, and maybe I'll do something else on the ceiling, or maybe I'll just leave it plain. I'm not exactly sure. It kind of depends on what the map does to that room. So gotta wait till 1.13 comes out so we can put the map on the floor. But anyway, here's the bedroom. So I put these lights in the bedroom. I may have overdone it in here with these, but I think that it adds a lot of depth to this room. The room was a little bit too open to me, and so I think that putting this on the top kind of takes it away from being so so white and so open. Also, I put some leaves here and added these here just to kind of give this room a little bit more texture, a little bit more color. I'm still not 100% happy with like this area and that area, and I might move my pets to a different room because they're very petty. But I kind of like them in here with me. It's kind of nice. Let's take a nap. Okay, so in here what I wanted to do was tear out these acacia wood things and put in some of these lights like the ones that are everywhere else. So I think I'm going to put those in here, and then also I want to, of course, get rid of our glowstone lighting and replace that with the sea lanterns. So I think that that's what needs to happen in here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then the other thing that I really wanted to do was I wanted to do some more work on the outside here as far as these bushes. So I'd like to add some more bushes, and I'd like to also put some flowers out here similar to this. I don't know if I'm going to put all the tall ones out here or if I'm going to do some of the smaller ones too, like the the alliums and the little blue flowers and the little azure bluettes and the the blue orchids, the azure bluettes and the alliums, and maybe some other stuff. So we'll see. I'd like to landscape this just a little bit more. This is pretty good, this area in here. If it had a few flowers, I'd be really happy with it. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to go for in this area. And then, but I need to do this to the upper levels, and then I kind of stopped right around here, I guess, with the bushes. So then, yeah, from here on, it doesn't have any bushes, and it kind of looks a little bit too flat to me. I might extend that down here. We'll kind of see how much time we have left in the episode. Didn't do a whole lot of progress, although it did take me quite a while to do everything. But we'll see how we go here. For now, I'm going to go ahead and replace the ceiling and these sea lanterns and see how this room ends up looking with all of the changes made. I really like it. I liked the old ceiling. I got really used to it, and it looked really weird when I took it out. But then once I put in these lights here, the ceiling now looks correct, and I like it a lot better. The only thing that looks a little bit bare is kind of this area along here, like what I'm pointing to with my cursor, like this up here. But I think I'm going to get used to it, and it's going to look fine. Also, I had some of the old blue concrete powder and blue concrete, or light blue or whatever, along here, and so I continued the pattern with the sea lanterns here all the way around. I think it brightens up the room a little bit as well. And so, yeah. All right, you guys, we're up here at the top of my base, and I've got a few materials. Went ahead and I got a bunch of these birchwood leaves, and I got some podzol, I got some peonies, and some rosy bushes, and some yellowy flowers, and some bluey flowers, and yada. And I'm going to go ahead and start planting some stuff and putting some things around here, decorating a little bit with some leaves, just kind of, sprucing the place up. Okay guys, I've done some work. It's time for a final tour of the base. Here we go. So we're coming out here. Gonna check out our hallway. Actually, let's take a look in this room. So remember we did these lights in here and we fixed all these. And then over here, we put all these plants in. I put a few more in, I think, in between the last clip and this one. And then our lights are all done. Our fountains have been moved, so they look a lot better. We've got all the way around here. This is looking super good right here. I'm gonna come back to this area later. We've got all this done, and then outside on this level, we have all of this. We've got nice flowers and leaves everywhere, and I'm really, really, really happy with the way that this turned out. It looks really lush and plush and really inviting now, and so it looks like there's a lot more going on. It looks more like a place to live rather than just kind of some random stuff stuck on top of a hill. So anyway, yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's out there. And then we'll take a little elevator ride up to the upper floors. Okay, the map room. Check out the map room. Looking pretty good. The only thing that might look different is the way that the exterior looks. And of course, we've got these lights, some little fence posts right there. Pretty nice, pretty nice. We still have to put the map in and maybe do something with the ceiling. We'll see on that one. Oh yeah, I did have some issues with my elevator. Had some problems, so I broke a couple blocks there. I'll have to fix that later. Yeah, basically the issue was user error. I left one of the knobs on, one of the called elevator levers on, sorry, not knobs. And then, yep, then I ran the elevator and it went all the way to the top, got stuck, so not good. Anyway, here's this room. Looking pretty good. I really like this. I like the banners over there. I like the bed. I like the ceiling. I think everything looks pretty good. It's definitely more of a pet room than a bedroom, but anyway, everybody sleeps in here. So we're going on up to the top floor. I think you guys have seen this already, but we've got some leaves up here. We've got our flowers just a little bit here and there. It's nice and open so we can still run around the portal. And then, yep, I didn't do anything up there yet, so still have to work on that area up there as far as a little bit of block replacement like terraforming. Let me show you what else I did. You might be a little bit surprised. Let's take a little aerial tour, shall we? Yep, this is not a good level to be on if we're trying to get out to fly around. Should put an exterior door on that level, you know? I really should. This is a good floor to be on if we want to get out. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to take a launch this way, and we're going to take a look at the base from the air. Here we go. Whoosh. We're off like Superman into the atmosphere. Right, we're going to turn around. Look how much detail is on this base. It's looking much, much better now. Much better. Before it was just kind of a couple of concrete, weird-looking things, and now it looks so much better. Okay? And the other part that I want to show you, I'm going to fly around here. We still have to work on our valley. I might do that next episode. Might not. I'm not quite ready to do it, I don't think. But this is the part that I worked on over here. So I kind of extended the whole flower thing down around some of our builds here. So here's around the pumpkin farm, some builds. Here's the villager breeder, some nice flowers, some bushes everywhere. Looks nice and lush. And as you walk through, you feel like you're in a nice little tropical garden rather than just kind of a flat landscape. So it's looking really good. I really like this area and right in here. Check this out. So we got all kinds of flowers, all kinds of bushes. There's places you can walk back here, and there's more bushes back here. Whoa, and a hole. There's flowers in here. And then I really like this right here. It's kind of like an inviting little area. I might even put like a little chair in here or something so you can sit down, like a little bench. Yeah, that might be nice. But I just imagine somebody, you know, laying on the grass out here reading a book. And then over here we've got these little flowers. And then I did a few more out this direction. out over here. So just a little terraforming. Or not terraforming, decorating. It was all terraformed before. And then up here, you've got some lovely plants around these two things. And I wanted to leave the edge open so you could still walk up to the edge, look out over the desert and go, ah. Anyway, moving on. That is, yeah, that's all of it. Yeah, I didn't decorate anything up in here other than what you already saw in the base. Okay, so that's good. Really, really super happy with the base, how it's turning out as far as decorations. And so we've made some good progress. I feel like the base has much more of a finishedness to it. There's still a couple things that aren't finished, like the map room and maybe the bedroom / cat area. Needs a little bit more work. But for the most part, I think that our upper base is finished. And we can come in here, we can see how nice it is, and we can get our stuff. We can go back out and build stuff in the world of Hex. So pretty excited about it. Very, very excited about it. It's looking really grand and really open and yet really functional. Really, really happy with it. This thing turned out a lot better than I thought it would as far as a base. So very, very good. Well, all right, guys, this has been Hex. This has been episode 29. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. But for now, I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.